think that you could have it. Everything you do.
Okay, so I've been wanting to do this video for about a year now. I'm sure if you've read the title, you already know by now what this video is gonna be about. And I'm not gonna put like any addresses. I will include emails and just information, just basic information that can be helpful, so you guys can see that it's like this is true what I'm actually saying. So basically what happened is that a company, so I am a student, and I don't know how, but there's companies who get our emails. I have no idea how, but I'm always constantly receiving emails from like job offers, like just stuff that sound too good to be true. And at the beginning I didn't know if it was real, because there is like a program at the school I'm in, and they do send you emails for those job opportunities, but they're actually like they're real actual jobs. Like they don't sound too good to be true, and it's a real, like a legit website where you can get a job as a student. So I don't know, I was like, I thought that these emails were from that website at first, like when I started school. So I didn't care. Like at the beginning I was getting these emails and I didn't think they were fake. I really believed that they were true, like real opportunities for students to get a job while in school. Okay, so I ignored them. I didn't want them. I wasn't looking for a job at the time. I didn't care, so I would just read them and ignore them. But then I started to realize that I was getting too many and they just sounded too good to be true, so I just, ignored them. I didn't care about them. I would just let them go to spam. But then there was this one email from a company. It sounded so real, like the email that they sent us, it was like so convincing that I was like, this, like, like this sounds like a really good opportunity, maybe I should take it. And I was interested, so I did text them. I emailed them. They sent, I have my computer right here. I'm actually looking at the emails. So they texted, it was not just me, they texted a lot of students from my school, and they texted us, they emailed us on January 31st in 2018. I did see the email, but I ignored it at the time. And then I did reply back to them on February 10th. So like 10 days later. And I told them that I was interested because I was looking for a job at the time. Like when I read this message, it's because I was already interested in a job. And I thought this was like a good opportunity. So I did text them and I asked them like if they can provide me with more information of who they were and what were they offering, like what was my job gonna be, how much they pay, like just stuff that you want to know, like as a, like for like a first time job, just anything that you would really want to have answered really before you get hired. So that's what I did. So keep in mind, I've never worked before. I've never had like a job, like I've never ever worked before, so I really didn't think anything of this. So they did reply back to me, and they told me who they were. They did answer some of my questions. They told me who they were. They provided information. They asked. They told me what they needed from me. I sent him my information. It was just basic stuff like my name, address, date of birth, email, phone number, just stuff like that. So I sent him that, and they told me they would text me. So I was like, okay. So like I mentioned, I am a student, so I do receive scholarships from private donors, and there is this one scholarship that I do receive, and that's actually my biggest scholarship, like my biggest scholarship. And I do have like a specialist assigned to me. That's just what they call them. We speak, it's this lady who speaks with me every Monday, and we do have meetings during school. We just basically discuss like stuff about school. So I told her, like, I have a good connection with her, and I told her about this, and I told her what they had told me, who they were, like the job opportunity that they were offering, like how much I was gonna get paid, what they asked for, like what information they needed, and all of that. And she's like, oh cool, like that sounds so like interesting, like you should go for it. So I was like, okay. I mean, if she says it's good, like it probably is. So she told me, like, have you researched who they are? And I was like, no, maybe. So I thought to myself, like, maybe I should do that. So I told her, like, I'll research about them, like, can you help me? And she did. She kind of helped me research about them. And I gave her the name of the company, and she did research. She gave me their phone number, email, and I did email that company, like the one that popped out on the internet. I called the number, and I asked them, like, I told them that I had received an email to my school email, and I told them what the email from them said. And the guy who I spoke to told me, like, we never reach out to people like that, like that's not who we are, like it's so unprofessional. That's not who, like that's not how we approach people when we are trying to hire. And I was kind of skeptical about that. I was like, okay, so this is a scam. Like this email that I received on my school email is a scam, like they're not real. And I was like, okay, like I was kind of disappointed because I did want a job. And since it sounded so good, I was like, oh my god, like I do want this job and I hope it's real. But then again, everything, like if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably not real. So I spoke to my specialist, and I kind of told her, like, this is fake, it's not real, like it's a scam. She's like, okay, just let it go, like good thing that you didn't send them any information, and that you just, you know, that they're a fake company. And I was like, you know, I was kind of like embarrassed because I had already sent them like basic information, and I was already having like like a stable, like a conversation with this person. And I was like, yeah, like, you know, thank god I didn't send them any information or anything, but I had already sent them information. So I didn't tell her, but she did tell me, like, don't, like, just don't go along with it no more, just let it go. And who cares, like you'll find yourself a job and something that's actually real. So I was like, okay, whatever. So like I mentioned, I did go on with the conversation. I did go on with this fake job, this job opportunity. And they did tell me, like they messaged me on my phone, and I wish I had the messages, but unfortunately they were on an old phone and I sold that phone, so I don't have it anymore. But they did tell me that they would send me a check for my first week pay. And I was like, what the hell? Like, how are you gonna pay me for something that I haven't even done yet? Like, how are you gonna pay someone if they haven't worked for you? Like, that's weird. And it was like, I already knew it was a fake job, but I just wanted to see how far they would go. You know, like, just, I was curious. And I was like, okay, like, they're probably not even gonna send me a check. Like, they're just fake. Like, they're just a big old scam. But I was so surprised, like, they actually sent me a check, and I still haven't opened it since last year, and it's starting to be a year. I still don't know what this check looks like. I have no idea like what's in here, but we're gonna find out today. So when this got to the mail, like when this got to my house, my apartment, I was like so scared. I was like, what the hell? Like they actually sent me a check, and I was like, I don't know, so confused. But I ended up telling my specialist, like I went on with the flow with, you know, this fake job, and they actually sent me a check, and she got me in trouble. She was like, you should have never accepted that. You should have not sent them any information. like that can be a really big scam and you can get yourself into trouble. But I was like, how if I'm not sending them like any information that they can possibly use against me? So I I mean, she got me in trouble when she told me like send that check back, and I was like, okay. I did tell her that I was gonna send it back, but obviously I never did. And when I finally like I got tired of texting them and asking questions, and they weren't really answering me in like in a professional way. I was like, okay, like they're like whatever. If this is fake already, I already know it's fake. Like let's just let it go. So I texted them and I was like, hey, I spoke to my specialist. I kind of told them like a background of scholarships that I get and you know just stuff like that. And I made up a lie and I told them like I can't work for you guys. Like if I make any money, my scholarships will be like taken away from me. Um, I made it up. I made like this whole story up, but it's like in a way it is true. Like if you work, you won't receive as much scholarships as you normally would if you wouldn't work. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'll make a video on tips and information for like university and college stuff. But anyway, I told them that and they didn't reply back to me. And then I messaged them again and then they replied back to me like in a really unprofessional way. Like they were already texting me unprofessional way in an unprofessional way, but they like this one message that they sent me was like so weird. I don't know. Like it just like I was like, what the hell? Like if you're a company, how are you so unprofessional? So he texted back and he was like, I'm at a meeting right now, like I can't text you. And like his grammar was horrible. It was worse, like it was worse than like a middle school kid. Like it was like I don't know. So I was like, what the hell? Like you're texting me during a meeting. First of all, you're a manager. Like how are you texting during a meeting? And why are you texting me with this freaking grammar? Like if you want to hire someone, like if you're a real company, you're not gonna text someone with this like middle school, high school grammar. Like that's just stupid. But anyway, so I told him like I don't want to work for you guys. Like this sounds like a big scam. Like you guys are fake. Like I'm gonna send your check back. I don't want it at all. And they they didn't text me back, but I didn't care. Like I was like whatever. What are they gonna do? They can't. Like they don't have information from me that can possibly be used for fraud, like to get money or like checks or credit cards. Nothing like that. So I didn't care. But I do have their check, obviously. And I am gonna insert some emails on the screen somewhere just so you guys could read what they asked me for and what they were telling me. Unfortunately, I don't have my messages, which is where I had the most information, and I wish I can get them back, but I sent them the last message. Like I never heard from them again, and like I did want to make this video just to like warn everybody, because I do know that there's teenagers who are really vulnerable and they're like very easy to like deceive. Like if you get an email, don't believe it, especially if it sounds too good to be true. Like just don't go, like don't send them any information like your social security number. Never do that, or any bank account numbers or credit card, none of that. Like just don't even reply back, especially if they sound too good to be true. Like they probably are. They probably are too good to be. You should research about the company before doing anything. And because there is some companies who are like legit real and they do what they say that they offer is actually what they offer, but most of the time it's people who want to scam you, especially like teenagers and people who are really young that don't know too much about this information. Like just don't go for it just like right away. Like consult an adult and just speak to someone who's older and someone who knows about this stuff, because there's a lot of scams out there, and it's just really scary because anybody can be a victim of this, like victimized from these scams. And just people like I don't know, it's just a lot of stuff that, I mean, I wish people like little kids and like teenagers wouldn't get scammed, but like truth is that they do. So I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that you shouldn't trust anything if it sounds too good to be true, and you should always consult an adult before sending any information or anything like that. And I also wanted to open this on camera to see what it is. So I don't think I mentioned what their job description was, but basically what they said that they were was, no, not what they were, like my job, my responsibilities. So my responsibilities were gonna be to, so this check was for my first week pay, and also to buy the supplies that they need for their offices, because their employers don't have time to buy these necessary stuff like envelopes, files, stamps, pens, paper, ink, all of that stuff. Like I was gonna do that for them supposedly, and I was gonna get paid like $350 a week or so, something like that. And they said they'd send me this to keep half for me and half for the you know, the stuff that they wanted me to buy for them. I don't know, it was just like, what the hell, like, it was weird. But let's open it to see what this is. This can be a real check, I don't know, I've never opened it, but to be honest, it's better to be safe than sorry. So I don't even care if it's a real check. Like, I don't want it. I'm just gonna rip it and probably throw it away, because it's been a year, and I mean, if I don't need this money, I don't want it. But let's see what it is. I'm so stupid. I don't even need scissors. Oh my god. Oh my god. This looks like so real. I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell. This is so weird. Okay, so I don't even know how to feel about this. Okay, so this is a check that they sent me. I don't know if I should block this. Okay, I don't know if I should. Okay, so this is a check that they sent me, and I am gonna like not blur, but I'm covering information that probably shouldn't be shown on camera. I don't know how to do this. Okay, so this is the check that they send to me, and I will be blurring out information that shouldn't be shown on camera. But what the I'm so confused. You guys see that? I don't know if you could see, but they sent me a check for almost $3,000. This is so weird. Like, how the hell do you... I don't know, this is so stupid. How the hell do you send people money, like a first week's pay if you haven't worked for them? Like, why would you do that? This is so ridiculous. So what I was thinking is that what they wanted me to do was to cash this, because since it does have my name, I can take it to my bank account, and if I cash it, they'll probably give me the money. But then if it's like a fake check, like I can get the money, but then if it's a fake check, they'll charge me back that money, so I'm gonna have to pay for it. And say I did cash this check, I send them half or whatever they were asking me to send back, they get that money from me, and then I have to pay my bank back for this fake check. So that's the scam that I thought that it was. And honestly, I mean, it wasn't a bad, it is a lot of money, and it does sound really convincing, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So now I know what this, like now I know what the fuck this is. So that's really all I have for today, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know I suck at saying, like, telling stories, but I just wanted to share this, and I did want to open this on camera to see what it was. And like I mentioned earlier, please don't trust anything on social media, especially if it has to do with like asking for your information or anything like that. Like, you will be surprised with what people do to scam others and get free money. Like, just don't get yourself into problems like that. Ignore all of this and just go on with your day and just let it go. You know, just don't get into these problems, please. And I do apologize for the bad lighting and my face looking so red. I look like a freaking, I don't know, I just look horrible. I'm sorry. I'm recording with my iPhone. I don't have like a camera, like professional equipment for, you know, to record a video. But again, I just wanted to make this to, like, for fun. And I do know that I suck at saying stories, and the information is everywhere, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you would like. I will be having more videos up on my channel with like probably vlogs. I don't know yet. I am discussing that with my boyfriend because he doesn't mind, but we've never like recorded our lives or stuff like that, like things we do. We have never recorded videos in general, so it's gonna be really weird. But hopefully if he does want to, then we'll go ahead and do it. So again, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I hope I do have like more better equipment, you know, to make this like HD, and so it can be a little bit more fun and appealing to people. But for the meantime, thank you for watching my low quality video.